Hello, my wonderful people, my viewers and subscribers, my lovers, and the ones I love. I welcome you all and I greet you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. In case you are wondering who is here, I still remain that talkative with a difference. Newscaster and a media broadcaster with also a difference. Okute Daily Talk from my own side. Here it is morning. I don't know about your own side, but whichever way it is, good morning to you all. Ekaro inakwana inagejia. Ọtụtụ ọma ụmụnne m ndị Afrịka, ụmụnne m ndị Nigeria, ụmụnne m ndị Biafra, ndị ihe ọma na-adị mma ekele m onye ọbụla chiri ebe o chiri biko ya zere. In case you are not hearing my dialect, please pardon my manners. As one thing must kill a man, but this one will not kill anybody. I greet you all and I thank you all for the encouragement for what you people have been doing in one way or the other to make sure that this ministry is moving. I think Ogerukwe Mbembe bido na akunde mmadụ nsi because 2023 over evil my own ndị na-asụ was no over evil. This year over ezigbote evil. So if you are my comment section, if you comment the one wey no good, mkwa ozi je yaba ọrụ akwa setiri ihe ebune so ndị gbara ga-atụ ebune gbagbo ebune akwa wee nwụrụ dịbọ wee nụọ ya mma dịbọ sị na ihe na-ewute ọrụ ọnwụ na egburu ya inu kwụọ ya ọkpọ na ọ na-ewere oji wee gbajizie onye jere ịtụ ebune agbụzie ya inu biko ma jụọ na ebune a na-atọ ewere ihe ọzọ etiri na kịsị gbara ya bịa tụọ ebune gbara ya tụcha ebune kweze ebi ya ebune na ọgwadere egbuo ya inu gbucha ya inu gbajizie oji wee bịa ndị Igbo sef this story no clear. So my good people, we are moving straight into the business of the day. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Make sure you turn on the notification button so that you will be notified this time we post something new or we go live on this channel or another channel related to Okute Daily Talk. We are beginning our news today with another happening. So this Nigeria now one day one trouble and one day one breaking news. This breaking news, police they look for a man. One man who Ubanga man wey carry him baby wey I'm not sure the baby is up to a year sef. He carry Igboo, as he dey smoke Igboo, he dey give the baby Igboo make he dey smoke. That's highness plus highness now. Tomorrow now he go hear say he don go rape the small baby. Now so he dey start now. I mean, which kind of society are we into sef? We are talking about pedophile that full everywhere. This one now na child abuse in the name of highness. He dey smoke Igbo, just like our talkative, the comedian governor, Nyesom Wike. He say he dey smoke Igbo, he dey smoke Indian hemp. Now so this man dey carry Igbo go to this with small pikin. Now police, Abiyekelebe, don dey search for the boy anywhere where in there. We will go to the news as a round up, but right now I'm taking the headlines. Your crime will destroy you. Ex-ed continues to tackle Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, exposes more dirty things about the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party. UK authorities dissolve B2B's company and next international, EndSARS, 9 of them that have been in captivity for the past 2 years now have regained their freedom. Glory be to Allah. I will stand as Nnamdi Kanu's shorty if granted bail. That is Oji Uzokalo speaking. This what will I call this man self? This betrayer. This one that he don't fight. They tell Buhari say make he come they come all the whole forest. They look for ESN members and now he want to stand shorty. Make us not throw this man Ona akwedibote betrayer for anya. Confirm betrayer. Nigerian police officers, they don't catch them where they mortalize, they bestialize one female girl. What did the girl do? I don't know. But the funny thing be say the girl herself even there ready to fight the policeman. As she can't come out to her wig, can't they charge your bomb? This country, now one day one news. Well, we can't come and kill ourselves. Nigeria is a joke. As the comedy industry don't welcome another new comedian. We be Agbado, we go for Adamawa, instead of the campaign, the man turn him to comedy. Buhari, say Buhari, brum, bulabo, bululu, bulaba. Please, if I have any APC member on my district, I don't say I go report me. More I continue to report me now. When I don't report one of my channel, the channel is getting one of my YouTube channel is getting issues now. Maybe when I continue the report, now. When I continue the report, Abi, say now report now I go solve the issue. Everyone a day now, so now they just attack. Go to the media, you find Festus Kiyamo attacking the media. The Arise presenters and the rest of them. The same thing with the Bayo Nonoga and other ones. All of them, they are aggressive because there's no way how you will support or campaign for APC that you never look stupid, and that stupid make them to be attacking anyone that try to correct them, even when they are wrong. That is the problem they are having. They are too selfish to claim right all the time. Let us start our news with this one of Oji Uzokalo. He said he want to stand this thing as a shorty for Nnamdi Kanu if they want to grant him bail. So after a year plus, that is the time he just came out. Maybe you people have already conspired to free the young man. Now you want to become the good one, Abi, so that other ones will become the bad one. We know about all these things now. We know that Nnamdi Kanu will be freed soon. So all this your medicine after death, we don't need it. We don't need you to be a shorty. So get out. The chief whip of the Senate, Mazi Oji Uzokalo, Nta, on Tuesday vowed to stand as shorty for the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, if granted bail. Do we need you before they will grant him bail? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been discharged and acquitted, so there's nothing you can do or say. So, the IPOB leader is currently being detained at the facility of the Department of the State Service, DSS. Carlo, while speaking on the channel's TV's program on Tuesday, expressed confidence that the federal government will respect the next court judgment on the bail of Kanu. The former governor of Abia State disclosed that he is close to the family of IPOB leader in the Afaruku Ibeku area of Abia State. So you are close to them, and since then you have not said anything about Nnamdi Kanu. The only thing you can say is commanding or ordering Muhammadu Buhari to come to Abia State, that will take him round all the whole forest or bushes that is in Abia State, so that the military can use armored car and come everywhere to chase ESN, who is guarding the state. So you know about all this, right? And you keep silent. God of the widows, we that's fire abogo otele very soon. Fire abogo otele. He however stated that the IPOB leader and his family did not listen to his counsel. Kanu noted that he won't abandon the family despite the continued detention of Kanu in the DSS facility. The lawmaker said, I made his father the traditional ruler of their place when I was governor. I'm close to them, but they didn't listen to me, but that will not make him to abandon them. I will not abandon them. I will stand shorty for him if the federal government wants to release him to me, and I can keep him in my compound here in Abuja or Igbere in Abia and cancel him. Can't you see you are not telling yourself the truth? You waiting you yourself now. You know you are lying. Within you yourself now, you know that there's no anyhow the government will keep Nnamdi Kanu in custody for a very long time. It is close to his freedom now. You have just come out now to make people out there or the international community to see you as a good one, Abi. Welcome, come on board for news also. Police have announced the manhunt for that man in a viral video giving marijuana to a baby to smoke. The spokesperson of the Nigerian Police Force, CSP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, has announced a manhunt for a young man captured in a viral video giving marijuana to a baby to smoke. Nigerian news report that the video, which was greeted with heavy backlash, revealed a man smoking marijuana while also placing it on the baby's mouth. A female voice could be heard in the background, giggling as she obviously found the situation amusing. Abi? That's one out in your jaw. Reacting to the viral video via his Twitter handle, Adejobi stated that they would ensure that the man in question will be apprehended and face the law. Adejobi wrote, "Every one of us can see this again. How did he get the baby? His son, or niece, or cousin, whatever it is. Mothers must learn from this. Do not entrust your baby to wrong hands. Not everyone can babysit or take care of your baby for you. We need more info about this man so that we can get him arrested. He must be called to face the wrath of the law. The full wrath of the law. This is too bad. But above all, mothers must learn. They must learn from this. Ireo, according to Yoruba language. We are moving to another news of this day. Your crimes will destroy you. Atiku continues to tackle and expose more data about the presidential candidate of the PDP. Michael Achimugu, a former media heir to the People's Democratic Party PDP presidential aspirant, candidate Atiku Abubakar, who recently made heavy allegations against the politicians, has threatened to unleash crimes that can swallow and eternally destroy him. Achimugu made this known via his Twitter handle on Tuesday following an alleged threat to his life and that of his family members after opening up on Atiku's grand corruption. The former, and further threatening to expose his former boss alleged dark past. In a series of tweets, Michael Dad, the former vice president, came to sue him over his allegations against their principal. They will not. Can't you see what Dino Malaya is saying? He called him a Yahoo boy. Among this guy and who is Yahoo boy? Fenty minister. Don't worry. A government will come that will probe you. That's your Fenty. You must Fenty again. Yahoo boy. Yahoo boy. If call him a fraudster. If I am a fraud, take me to court. Of course. I was no fraud when I was working for your principal. I was no fraud when I bought insult for him and made sacrifices. Not Atiku people calling me a fraud. Unbelievable. Those who did so before now run away when it was time to prove their allegations. If you think this strategy will help you, bring it on. Prove me a fraudster, and I will go away with tails between my legs, he tweeted. In another tweet, he said, your own daughter records private physical conversation with you and Babalele, then mistakenly sends to my phone. Ask her what I saw and heard on conversation day. A daughter you were not talking to until I came and reconciled you both. Today, I am the devil. Achimugu had on Monday urged Nigerians not to vote for Atiku for the sake of their children and grandchildren after leaking an alleged recorded phone conversation between him and the former vice president, where the PDP candidate was heard admitting to using special purpose vehicles, SPV, phone companies for diversion of public funds during his tenure as vice president under the Olusegun Obasanjo administration from 1999 to 2007. In the first of a series of videos released on his YouTube channel on Sunday, Achimugu revealed Atiku's explanation for 100 million naira allegedly paid into his account by former Plateau State Governor Joshua Dariye. He explained that the PDP's flag bearer explanation during a conversation they had that he had committed corruption indirectly was shocking to him. He claimed that the Waziri admitted to him that the former Plateau State Governor Joshua Dariye paid money into the account of marine floats set up and controlled by Atiku or his cronies. Achimugu also revealed how one of Atiku's friends appropriated a media company he set up with billions of naira. That is in Nigeria, and nobody will say anything about it. Rather, they will quash it under the carpet now and tell you that this is a hungry man. Just like what Dino Malaya was saying on a viral video, that they're calling the boy a fraudster, a hungry man, looking for something that he should provide a letter of appointment or whatever. Dino, can you provide your own letter of appointment when you are jumping from APC to PDP and PDP to AC? Provide it now, let us see. Nonsense. UK authorities have dissolved P2B's company, Next International. The United Kingdom authorities have struck off a company allegedly belonging to the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, P2B, for failing to submit its annual accounts. The company known as Next International UK Limited was removed from the record in September of 2021 following a first and second notice of a compulsory strike-off of the entity. In the UK, a compulsory strike-off is imposed on a company by creditors or by the company's house for non-submission of annual accounts or failure to notify the company's house about a change of official registered office address. Once a company is struck off, its detail will be removed from the company's house register and the company ceases to exist. Premium Times noted that the company, largely owned by the former governor of Anambra State, failed to submit its annual accounts for the year of 2020, which saw the company struck off and dissolved in 2021. Before a company is struck off, the UK will send at least 2 formal letters to the company warning that a failure to file its annual accounts will lead to its removal from the register. According to UK liquidators, a financial consulting firm, if company's house receives no reply to its letters, it will then publish a first strike-off notice in Gazette, which is the official journey of the public record. The first official notice to strike off Next International was issued on the 22nd of June of 2021. Then a second notice was given on 31st August of the same 2021. A final gazette to dissolve the company was issued on 7th September in December 2021. Before its final dissolution, records show that for 4 consecutive years, 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020, the UK Companies House had to always issue a first gazette notice for compulsory strike-off before Next International filed its annual account. Immediately after the company submits its annual account, a gazette will be issued to discontinue the compulsory strike-off action. Next International is a private limited company, was incorporated in the 16th May of 1996, very long time. Obi was listed as the director while his wife Margaret served as secretary. Next International Nigeria Limited with 999 ordinary shares and Obi with 1 ordinary share were listed as shareholders. Records show that the company was registered as business agents involved in the sale of a variety of goods in England and Wales. The firm reported taking a mortgage from Lloyd's TSB Bank plc for a property on 53 Clyde Road, Croydon. On 16th May of 2008, 14 months after assuming duties as governor of Anambra State, Obi resigned as the director of Next International. He took office on March 17 of 2006 but continued to serve as a director of the company in violation of Nigerian law. In Nigeria, a person is statutorily required to withdraw from engaging or directing a private business except if it is farming upon becoming a public officer. Section 16, subsection 6 of the Code of Conduct Bureau and Tribunal Act provides. Premium Times claimed that Obi in 2021 admitted that he did not declare these companies and the funds and properties they held its asset declaration filings with the Code of Conduct Bureau, the Nigerian government agency that deals with the issues of corruption, conflict of interest, and abuse of office by public servants. At the time, Mr. Obi said he was unaware that the law expected him to declare assets or companies he jointly owns with his family members or anyone else. When I get it, if you don't get it, then you better forget it. 9 EndSARS protesters regained freedom after 2 years in captivity. Fresh information has emerged that 9 people arrested and detained in relation to the EndSARS protests of 2020 have been reportedly released on Tuesday. Nigerian News report that the release of the 9 persons from the Oyo Agodi prisons was confirmed by the activist and Oyo State leader of the Take It Back movement, Solomon Emiola. It was gathered that Emiola and his movement, who have been agitating against the release of the 9 protesters from the Oyo prison, told Punch, "We are just returning from the prison. The 9 of them have gone home with their families." It was learned that their release was against the backdrop of the call by Oyo State Chief Judge, Justice Monga Abimbola, who ordered the release of 58 detainees who had spent a long period in the state prisons. Justice Abimbola on Monday declared that prolonged detention was a breach of people's constitutional rights, reiterating that the stand of the law is that a person is presumed innocent until proven guilty. That is the problem we are having in Nigeria, because a lot of people have been languishing in prison for the cases for things that they don't even know about. Many people have died in prison just because they are on their road, or maybe they are just on their way, and all this nonsense police stop and search, catch them and tell them they look like somebody that they are looking for. That is the end, though. The person will end up in prison. Before you know it, out of shock, that person will die, and that will be the end of Solomon Grundy. Nonsense country. The CJ made this declaration at the Custodial Center of the Nigerian Correctional Service, which invested as part of the 3-day tour of prisons within the state. Nigerian news gathered that the names of the 9 protesters released include Adeshina Muyewa, Ikechukwu Eze, onye Igbo, Ariyo Sadiq, Ikenna Amechi, onye Igbo, Oyowele Olumide, Ariyo Afis, Taurid Abiodun, Adekunle Moruf, and Rashid Tiamiu. The protesters were said to be charged with offenses ranging from murder to stealing police rifles and setting the police station ablaze, among others, in connection with the 2020 protest against the defunct Special Anti-Robbery Squad unit of the Nigerian Force. The last we have here, but not the least, Nigerian police officers caught beating woman in Lagos State. The Nigerian police spokesperson Olumuyiwa Adejobi has said the Lagos State Command would investigate all information relating to the viral video of its officers assaulting a lady in the state. Nigerian report that the operatives of the Nigerian police force guarding the palace at Ilesan, Lekki Phase 1 allegedly assaulted a lady who attempted to film the officers during a confrontation with a commercial driver. A Twitter user who shared a video of the incident on Tuesday questioned the police authorities if the lady has been released by the officers who arrested her. He said at Gede _traffic, last week, policemen guarding the palace at Ilesan Lekki Phase 1 allegedly assaulted a lady for attempting to record them during a confrontation with a Uber driver. The lady's phone was seized and she was also arrested. Has she been freed? At Ben Hundeyin, at Prince Moe. Nigeria is the only country that they practice democracy, but the reverse is the case. Look at what they are happening in the US. As far as you are not intervening the police, whatever they are doing, you are free to use your phone and do it whatever you like. When you people are subduing people, doing all manner of things that is uncalled for, somebody need to record it and put it on the social media so that it will be corrected. But in Nigeria, my dear, thank God they did not shoot the girl, because it's smarter now they will just cock their nonsense gun and shoot, because they will tell you they will shoot you and nothing will happen to them, and they have been doing it and going scot-free. A lawless country, and a country who have no any single respect for human rights. Responding to the tweet, Olumuyiwa Adejobi said the Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer Benjamin Hundeyin will need to get more facts about the scene of the incident. He said, well, Ben, we need to investigate this and take necessary action. We will need to get more facts about this scene, and the video is not long enough to deduce some things. PPRO Lagos should detail the PCB to look into this and revert. It has been sent to necessary units to handle. Human rights in Nigeria, the abuse of it is on a high order. Nobody dares to question them. People have been killed on a daily basis for things that they're supposed to talk in mouth simply because they have the rifle and they feel they can use it anyhow they like. I mean, what is happening? And how can this country be made to look like a zoo? I don't blame Nnamdi Kanu for calling this country a zoo in the first place, because they act like zoos. A country who claims to be practicing a democracy, that is the only country that they will tell you that freedom of speech is allowed, but freedom after speech is what they cannot guarantee you. Can you imagine that? Child, God have mercy. God have mercy in this country. The country is at the point of dying. That's and if guys not taking it, they will die. They will just die like that. No, wow. Let us take this news, please, before you forget. P2B have vowed to show agitators that there is government if elected. What do you mean by that? We don't know, but let's look into it. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. P2B, has said that his government will negotiate with agitators if he is voted into power. In the forthcoming general elections, P2B made this comment while addressing supporters and party members at the All Saints Cathedral Field in Onitsha, Anambra State on Tuesday at the campaign ground. While threatening that his government will negotiate with agitators in an attempt to secure Nigeria, the former governor of the state former governor of Anambra State noted that any agitator who refuses to accept dialogue will be shown that there is a government. Of course, that is what government is doing, and that's what Buhari could have done since with Sunday Igboo, Nnamdi Kanu, and other agitators in the country. Even all these bandits that say government knows what they want, they are agitating for something. Call them, sit everybody down in just a one-room meeting. Let everybody state this is what we want and this is why we are agitating. Then you tackle it once and for all. But instead, you guide your own people and our own people. You keep killing them on daily basis. Why certain that this government will negotiate? Okay, there's government. Okay, he said, all we are coming to do is to end suffering and build a new Nigeria. In Nigeria today, nobody is safe, and families are begging to eat. We will secure and unite Nigeria. What I did in Anambra, I will do in Nigeria. We will negotiate, but whoever refuses, we will tell him there is a government who cannot tolerate nonsense. Anambra is a trading and manufacturing city. We will support all businesses. We will do the same in Lagos, Kanu, Kaduna, and Borno. Every part of Nigeria will be productive. We will open roads. Any tarred road you see in Onitsha was tarred by me. I built the best road network in Nigeria. Those who left Nigeria will come back, and we will face exportation to stabilize and reverse the dwindling fortunes of the naira. Will assume power, and our naira will assume power. There is no combination between us and others. If you believe, if you have not created wealth, you cannot manage it. Daddy and I are businessmen. The only way Nigeria can change is to hand it over to the wealth creators. Regarding his frugality, Peter Obi stated that the current state of Nigeria needs a stingy leader, and that the presidency is not a place for retirees who want to retire, who have already suffered everything, finished his lifespan. Now he wants to retire at the government house. The presidential seat is not for such people. Obi said that he owes no one an explanation for being frugal, adding that he is the youngest, fittest, and most qualified candidate among the top 4 presidential candidates. He added, the presidency is not about turn, but about capacity, about competence, about fairness. Because if it is about turn, people like us would insist that it is our turn and should be considered. The job of a president is not a retirement home or for any kind of settlement, but about uniting and rebuilding the country, according to Peter Obi. They said that I am a stingy man, and I say they didn't say that I am extravagant or that I am embezzle the public funds. Only that I am stingy, of course. Yes, it's a very good thing. For telling me that I'm stingy one day, that's a very good. But all you people who claim to be extravagant and embezzling public funds, nobody talk about them. They only talk about somebody who saved money. The other day, yesterday, I was listening to one of the spokesperson of NNPP, and he was busy saying that Kwankwaso saved money in a Kanu State when he was the president. Either Kanu or Kaduna, I don't know that state he come from. And he saved money when he was the president, governor of that state. And nobody cares to even talk about him. But the only finger that are pointing, they call him stingy man. You save money while people are suffering. Then you that didn't save money. I have seen how all the Lagos state, there's no any poor one in Lagos state again. Everybody is rich, all the whole families. Dara. The job of a president is not a retirement for any kind of settlement about uniting and rebuilding the country. They say that I am stingy man and that I didn't say, okay, presidency, is a stingy person. Of course, that is what we need at this point in time. If not, this country, I want to pay now. 2023 election, Governor Ugwanyi's top aide, Jonathan dumps Atiku for Peter Obi. More dumping will still come in. Just wait for a few days to the election. You will see what I'm telling you now. Other presidential candidates have violated the antidote for peaceful cohesion, says the special assistant to Enugu State Governor Ifeanyi Ugwanyi on media. Emmanuel Jonathan, as he announced his support for the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi. Recall that Governor Ugwanyi is a People's Democratic Party chieftain and among the Rivers State Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike's G5 team. Nigeria reports also that the G5 governors are currently at loggerheads with the PDP leadership and the party's presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar. Though their arguments over the party's national chairmanship position have not changed as a precondition to supporting Atiku, the great governors are still silent on their choosing candidate for the 2023 general elections coming next month. In a statement, however, on Wednesday morning, Jonathan endorsed Peter Obi, saying he could no longer keep mute in the face of bad leadership. The PDP governors declared that he had chosen to add his voice in support of the Peter and Dati Yusuf Baba Ahmed presidential ambition. He said, Nigeria as a country has suffered in-depth leadership for years, leading to the exposure of many innocent Nigerians to a hellish condition while still alive. The only pinnacle to redress this situation is to first of all appreciate the words, truth, capacity, justice, equity, and fairness while making a choice on those who will pilot the affairs of Nigeria in the next 4 years, which Peter Obi presidential aspiration epitomizes, according to Emmanuel. PDP fails to learn from 2015. APC exhibited what political calculation. Jonathan furthered his argument on the 2023 poll, saying it is worrisome to know that among the 4 major contending political parties, 3 chooses to violate the antidote for a peaceful cohesion that creates the much needed enabling environment for a fruitful leadership that will better the laws of Nigerians. According to him, this is because the parties fail to appreciate the word truth, capacity, equity, and justice, and the conventional gentleman understanding on the ground, which is that power should ordinarily rotate to southern Nigeria, and with a special focus to the section that is yet to occupy the seat of the president. The governor's aide continued saying, PDP has failed to learn from its mistake in 2015 when they decided to contest against the tide that made them lose the seat of the president to all the Progressive Congress APC, Nigeria News reports. APC, on the other hand, he said, had exhibited the worst of political calculation in their choice and consideration of who should fly the flag of their party, as they did not only fail to appreciate the word truth, capacity, equity, and justice, and the conventional gentleman understanding on the ground, they went ahead to elect and nominate a Muslim ticket, which according to him is an arbitration to peace and harmony in Nigeria. Jonathan said the ruling party did not put into consideration the fact that Nigeria is densely populated by Christians and Muslims, which has always been reflected in the choice of who occupies the seat of the president and vice president. It is therefore interesting to know that Peter Obi and the Dati Ahmed presidential aspiration of the Labour Party did not only factor the consideration of the antidote for a peaceable cohesion that creates the much needed enabling environment for a fruitful and progressive leadership that will put smiles on the face of Nigerians. It appreciates the word truth, capacity, justice, equity, and fairness because Obi comes from the southeast zone that has not produced the occupants of that presidential seat of Nigeria since the democracy emerges in Nigeria. The area of capacity, the Obidati team presents a wonderful track record of experience, devoid of corruption, in the party leadership positions they both held, which is a major plus for them, he said in the statement. So we are moving forward. Tinubu speaking, Atiku's ambition will cause more division, according to him. According to him, presidential candidate of the APC, Bola Tinubu, and PDP's Atiku Abubakar would rather create more divisiveness than the love which Nigeria needs at the moment. Tinubu's presidential ambition does not also stand on justice, as it is the turn of the Southeast to produce the president of the country. Based on equity, his ambition also undermines the long-standing rule which acknowledges the 2 major religions in the country, which is Muslim and Christian religion, in the choice of president and vice president. Atiku's ambition is against the understanding between southern and northern Nigeria that power should rotate between the two sections of the country irrespective of political affiliations, he noted. Jonathan said though he respects Tinubu and Atiku, who are old enough to be his parents, he however chooses to support and speak out in favor of the Ubidati Labour Party presidential team in the 2023 presidential election for the future of Nigeria. This is my personal opinion as a member of the PDP in Enugu State, and it is devoid of any official influence. As special assistant to the governor of Enugu State, I still remain a member of PDP, he declared. That is the same thing with Autumn. And may the Almighty Chukwuka guide you as you depart from there. Okay, as your intention depart, because you are still the member. Fleshly, your body is still there, but your spirits have gone out there to stand for Ubi Dachi campaign something. So, and it shall remain so, my dear. Hear your voice, do not keep silent. That is what we need. And we need more people like you who will come out and say the truth. Say the truth, and the truth shall do what? The truth shall set you free. And all my people, this is where we are coming to the end of this broadcast. If you have not subscribed, try to subscribe. If this is the first time of hearing my voice, and you are wondering who have this voice, it is me, only me, and myself, Okute Daily Talk. The talking and the talkative with a difference, and the broadcaster with also a difference. Until I come your way again, I still remain your one and only, your brother, your lover, and the one who cares for what you hear. I don't mince word, and I don't propagate. I give you the news as it is. That is hot, okay? The backbone that you always want to hear. So my dear people, the only thing you can do for me, the only encouragement is for you to subscribe. Make your family and friends to know about Okute Daily Talk 1, 2, 3, 4, any amount you can see on the internet. Have a nice day. Bless you all. God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Bye for now. I am signing out.